Welcome to the seminar activity on application of engineering and technology in environment science, May 2020. This seminar is based on the applications of engineering and technology in the different domain of science. So, till now we have discussed about the different topics related to the environments and how we can use our education in the different areas of the environment science. Now today we are going to discuss in this session. This is the presentation of group 8 and this is based on the role of engineering solution for sustainable development. So topic of this session is role of engineering solution for the sustainable development. Means how we can use our current resources so that it can meet the requirement of the future generation also. So these are the key concept of our seminar. This is which is based on the overall theme. To fulfill that theme, these are the objectives, these are the key concept of the seminar. Okay, so these are the different, we have already discussed about this. So in this, the management of physical resources is important, like natural resources, joint management activities. So there are some methods that we can use for the sustainable development. So today, now in this session, we are going to discuss about how we can work for the sustainable development. Okay, so that we can remove the poverty from the developing countries. So this is to ensure the eradication of poverty in developing countries. So AICT is also trying the universal UHV based education. At our institute we are also introducing the UHV based education, and our planning is to introduce this education at the primary and school level. So we are spreading awareness for that, and this group activity is based on the identification of the common interest of the students, because we are spreading the awareness with the help of the students to solve the problem of institution and of our surroundings. So this group activity is based on this. This group activity is based on the application of science and technology to solve the environmental problem. So now in this group we are going to discuss about that. So we have a lot of participants. So these are all the participants of our Now we have Satyam Agrahari to talk about on this topic. Okay. So your presentation start now. Satyam Agrahari. Satyam Agrahari is the student of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Satyam?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Now, I am Satyam Agrahari from Electronics and Communication branch. Now, I am going to present my views on topic, the role of engineers in sustainable development. Engineers play a leadership role in sustainable development, overcoming global challenges such as depletion of resources, environmental pollution, rapid population growth, and damage to ecosystems. Now, the matter comes, what is sustainable development? The development in such a way that we use the resources keeping in mind the needs of our future generations. Now, what is the role of engineer in sustainable development? Professional engineers have an important and significant role to meet the sustainability. They work to enhance the welfare, health and safety with the minimal use of natural resources and paying attention with regard to the environment and sustainability of resources. To boost the nation's sustainable development goals, SDGs, engineers remain key contributors in the vast chain of modern production and consumption of natural resources to deliver goods, products and solutions for larger society. Today, it is crucial for organizations to invest in co-innovation and collaboration and work towards a world with reduced carbon footprint. For successful sustainable strategies, organizations must harness energies technologies like AI, ML, blockchain, etc. together and ascertain valuable insights to build products that have a lasting positive social and environmental impact along with cost savings and business value. The way forward is for companies to support, encourage, and grow mindsets that allow the engineering community to incorporate sustainability in every solution, product, or service, redefining what it means to be a force for good. At VMware, we are committed to accelerating a more equitable, sustainable, and resilient digital future. Guiding principles for engineering to achieve sustainable development. Engineers should carry out their role in a broad context that encompass social, ethical, environmental, and economic challenges. These 6 principles will guide an engineer to achieve sustainable development. They will help engineers meet their professional obligations to seek to achieve sustainability and ensure that this goal is integrated into all their engineering activity. Engineers have a responsibility to maximize the value of their activity towards building a sustainable world that requires an understanding of what society demands and what is achievable, and our cognition that these changes over time. They should recognize that though their activity may be local and immediate, the potential impacts of their work may be global and long lasting. Have an understanding of other relevant social and cultural structures outside their normal community of practice, understand their important role in the sustainable development of communities, recognize the impact of an engineering project on communities, global or local, and incorporate the views and concern of the communities. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me, what are the steps of sustainable development?
Ma'am, we can achieve this by creating awareness in our society and encouraging the steps that may help in the development, so that our future generations may get profit.
Okay, but you should know what is sustainable development. What are the steps of sustainable development? Whatever you know about sustainable development, just tell me in your words.
Ma'am, we may increase the consumption that is renewable, and such as the energy which is renewable energy means social energy, solar energy, wind energy, and we can protect this. We can protect coal, petroleum, natural gas in this way.
Okay,
And
these are our objective, but what are the steps that we can take? How we can do that? When we call it sustainable development, so what we can do to achieve these objectives? That is, I am asking, what steps we should take. I'm not asking about theoretically what we can do, what we should do for the sustainable development, how we should use our resources so that it can lead to the sustainable development. Can you tell me?
Ma'am, I have no idea, but there are many objectives which can be used. Ma'am, we may enhance nuclear technology, petroleum and gas technology, health technology, our aeronautics and electronics, automobiles and electrification.
Okay, we can opt for alternative resources of energy, alternative technology, or alternative method rather than depending on the single or only few resources, like we are mainly dependent on the petroleum or the water. We are consuming the water resources for the production of electricity. So we should look for the alternative resources also. That is the way we should study. Now it is over. Who is the next participant of the group? I think. Okay. Saloni Mishra. Saloni Mishra is here. Saloni. Saloni is here or not? नेक्स्ट ये किसकी फाइल है? सार्थक पांडे इज हियर. सार्थक पांडे. सार्थक पांडे इज हियर और नॉट? विजय किशोर. संजुला. Are you listening me? Hello. Okay, there was a disconnection. Well, okay, welcome you once again. There was a disconnection. Okay. Now Saloni is here. Saloni Mishra is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is your turn. You just see this is your current version. You have submitted the 2 files. Which one is the correct?
Ma'am, screen is not visible.
Okay.
Ma'am, may I leave now?
So you have to present in all the seminar actually. Nobody is present here. So everybody has to attend the seminars. Okay?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, may I leave now?
नहीं आप लोग अटेंड करिए ना. You attend this seminar. Okay?
Okay.
So welcome you once again in the session. There was disconnection. Okay, Saloni Mishra is here
Yes, ma'am.
to give presentation on the engineering solutions for the sustainable development. Okay, now present. Saloni. Your presentation start now.
Good evening. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Myself Saloni Mishra. I am from CSC branch, and my roll number is 49. Okay, my topic is role of engineering solutions for sustainable development. So, what is sustainable development? Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The main goal of sustainable development is to enable all people throughout the world to satisfy their basic needs and enjoy an improved and better quality of
Raise your
life
voice.
without compromising to the
Can you raise your voice?
without compromising to the quality of life of future generations. So, engineers have an important and significant role to meet the sustainability. They work to enhance the welfare, health and safety with the minimal use of natural resources and paying attention with regard to the environment and sustainability of the resources. Engineers are the providers of options and solutions to maximize social value and minimize environmental impact. There are some pressing challenges due to the adverse effect of environmental pollution, depletion of resources, rapid population growth and damage to ecosystem. Therefore, a purely environmental approach is insufficient and increasingly engineers are required to take a wider perspective, including goals such as poverty alleviation, social justice, and local and global connections. As an engineer, what we can do to play a significant role in this sustainable development is we can understand that there are environmental limits and finite resources with us. We can reduce resource demand by using less in the first place. We can reduce waste production by being efficient with resources that are used. And we can use systems and products that reduce embedded carbon, energy and water use, waste and pollution, and harness their skills to minimize damage to people or environment from engineering processes and products. Also, in order to ensure sustainable development, we can use sustainable technology, and that is a technology that describes innovation that consider natural resources and foster economic and social development. The goal of these technologies is to drastically reduce environmental and ecological risk and to create a sustainable product. This sustainable technology is all about innovation and evolution to make life easier for everyone in the long run. In order to deliver sustainable engineering systems, low carbon energy technologies, and robust physical infrastructure to protect against geophysical hazards such as sea level rise and extreme meteorological events, these technologies are efficient in these things. Thank you.
How your current education program can be helpful in saving the environment? What do you think about this? You are the student of computer science and engineering, so how you can use this education in the future? What you can do? Do you have any thought what you can do?
We can create a technology that is that can reduce energy
That can be used to manage resources, any resource. It can be helpful.
Can be used to manage energy resources efficiently.
और तो बायोस्फीयर जो है बायो रिसोर्सेज हैं लाइक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं.
Yes,
so the
ma'am.
IT information that can be used if we say make the proper database, we are using that information in the management of our life or in the management of animals or okay. So but we need to spread this education. We need
Yes,
to
ma'am.
spread the awareness about this. Okay. So there are the different
yes,
kind of
and
databases are available.
even if-
There is not only the IUCN, there are the other databases also. There are the other resources that you can access from your mobile also. So you can spread awareness. Okay.
Yes,
Because,
ma'am. Even as an individual, if we are not directly contributing to these causes, we can donate some part of our money to the organization who are working towards these
okay.
causes.
But that is not necessary. Obviously, you don't know what is the use of that money, how they're going to use. But you can spread the awareness. You should be aware how
Yes,
your
ma'am, we
money
can.
is going to be used. So until or unless you become the responsible citizen, so before that you can spread information, you can spread education, or the database. You can search on the database on the mobile also. You can make the people aware that there are so many resources you can access on your mobile also, and you can send
Yes, ma'am.
those links to your friends and your relatives also.
Yes.
Like instead of
Yes,
sending
ma'am.
different kind of news or YouTube video, you can send the YouTube videos on these organisms like animals, plants. You can spread awareness. You can send the videos related to this. You can okay, in that way you can use. So what do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
But you are the student of computer science and engineering, so your responsibility is more than this. You should be involved in the technology development that should be environmentally sustainable. It should contribute for the sustainable development.
Ma'am, I should use the technology which saves the energy resources, like LED light technology, solar power,
Okay.
and public transport system. All these things can help in saving the energy resources as well as the other resources.
Your computer science and information technology can be used in the management of those resources. Actually, chip-based technology or
These
chip can be
resources.
used on. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who is the next participant now? Sarthak Pandey.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
We have our next participant, Sarthak Pandey from chemical engineering. Yes. Sarthak.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Sarthak Pandey this side. I'd like to talk on the topic role of energy management in sustainable development. So we have here our role of energy management in sustainable engineering, wherein which we talk about how energy, which is very crucial in the development of our society and our economy in general, is very much an important fact which the scientists and researchers work upon. So there is a new term that has been devised and developed to talk about on this topic, which is renewable energy. Now, the conventional sources of energy, which are predominantly the fossil fuels, and for example, like we have coal, we have crude oil, that requires a lot of energy to even mine out, and then in turn they have a very high carbon footprint, which means that during their combustion, during their processing, during their transportation, a lot of carbon dioxide is emitted into the atmosphere, which wherein increases our temperature on Earth, and it's a sign of concern, as has been said by the IPCC AR6 report by the UN. So I'll talk about here a couple of quite a few of renewable sources of energy. So India is endowed with plentiful bioenergy, wind, hydropower, ocean, and other renewable resources. Because India, in the northern side, India has the mountain ranges. In the southern side, it's from both the sides, it's occupied by the ocean. And talking about the hydropower, we have nice plateaus where the hydropower generation can be done very nicely and very easily. So non-hydro renewables are responsible for 32% of in-state generation, a higher percentage than in any other state in the nation. So non-hydro renewables are usually easier to set up, as you don't need a lot of extensive setup. For example, you have a wind energy setup, or you have a solar power plant, or you have a bioenergy or a biofuel generator. It's very easy and easier to set up rather than a hydropower plant. So here I have tried to show a couple of renewable energy resources, wherein the first picture is of a wind power plant, the second one is of a tidal energy power plant, the third one is the solar energy, then there is a geothermal energy, and in the end there is tidal energy as well. So solar energy, we use solar thermal energy systems to heat water for use in homes, buildings or swimming pools, heat the inside of homes, greenhouses and other buildings, heat fluids to high temperatures in solar thermal power plants. For example, solar photovoltaic devices or solar cells change sunlight directly into electricity. Many innovations and developments have now led the researchers to develop transparent solar cells, which make them of great utility and use for putting them across windows also, wherein which they do not hamper the light that comes in through the windows, and they indirectly also generate electricity, which makes the building greener and cleaner. So these are a couple of examples wherein the solar panels have been installed on the rooftops, and the bigger picture shows that how many solar panels have been put along in a pattern to make a big solar energy power plant. Then we have two main benefits of using solar energy. They do not produce air pollutants or carbon dioxide, and systems on buildings have minimal impact on the environment. While now there are two limitations of this as well, that the amount of sunlight that arrives at Earth's surface is not constant. For example, the same place which is getting a lot of sunlight during this time might in winters not get a lot of sunlight. The amount of sunlight varies depending on location, time of day, season of the year, and weather conditions. Second point is that the amount of sunlight reaching a square foot of Earth's surface is relatively small. So a large surface area is necessary to absorb or collect a useful amount of energy. Now we talk about wind energy. So wind turbines operate on a simple principle. The energy in the wind turns 2 or 3 propeller-like blades around a rotor. The rotor is connected to the main shaft, which spins a generator to create electricity. So this is a schematic to illustrate how a wind energy power plant works. So wind turbines are mounted onto a tower to capture the most of the energy. At 100 feet or more above the ground, they can take advantage of faster and less turbulent wind. Wind turbines can be used to produce electricity for a single home or building, or they can be connected to an electricity grid for more widespread electricity distribution. The people who are in Dutch and the Netherlands are the pioneers of using wind energy because they don't have oceans, but they have a lot of plateaus, which makes wind energy the most probable source of energy for them. Now, the advantages are it's clean, it's renewable, it's cost effective, and provides the rapid growth of industry at a large potential. The disadvantages are the reliability of wind, threat to wildlife, noise, and visual pollution. So, most of the times, people see that wind energy power plants are installed at places which are far or which are very far from residential zones because they create a lot of noise while the rotors work and a lot of visual pollution as well. Now we talk about tidal energy. So tidal stream generator uses kinetic energy of moving water to power turbines in a similar way to wind turbines that uses wind to power turbines. So tidal barrages make use of potential energy in the difference between high and low tide. So it's the difference between the high and low tides that makes tidal energy work. Now the advantages are it's clean, it's green, and it's a domestic source of energy. Now the disadvantages are that it can affect the marine life, and it's very improbable. Means you cannot be very much rely on tidal energy because the time of tide going high or low is very improbable. Now we have wave energy. So ocean waves contain tremendous energy potential. Wave power devices extract energy from surface motion of ocean waves or from pressure fluctuations below the surface. The advantages are it's renewable, it's environmental friendly, its variety of designs to use are available, less energy dependence from foreign governments. All the countries in this world have some part dedicated to oceans. So it becomes very easy for all the governments to use and utilize wave energy. You don't need a big extensive setup. You don't need to be worried about that. Today you get it, in the next season you might not get it because the oceans don't freeze up. Now the disadvantages are that it affects the marine environment. It might disturb private or commercial shipping. It's dependent on wavelength for best operation, poor performance in rough weather, visual and noise issues. Lastly, it's the geothermal energy. Geo is earth, thermal is heat. So geothermal energy comes from heat produced by the earth. Advantages are it's renewable, it's cleaner than burning fossil fuels. Disadvantage, cost of drilling, researching proper areas requires a suitable location. These are the 4 resources that I have predominantly used for for making this PPT. These are 4 different research papers that I have utilized. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sarthak. how do you think that you can use your present education program for the future work, or how you can contribute in the sustainable development, how your present education program is helpful in that?
Ma'am, I can utilize my current education of chemical engineering to make processes more energy efficient and to develop processes which minimize the loss of heat, and in the least amount of energy they consume, they are able to do maximum amount of work, which makes them more efficient. And other than that, I would like to use my knowledge to develop fuels which are clean and green rather than using fuels which are uh, more, which have a higher carbon footprint. So, in order to make the earth more cleaner and greener.
Okay, thank you, Sarthak. Next participant is Sanjula. Sanjula is here. Sanjula is present or not? Vijay Kishore? Vijay Kishore is here or not? Hello? Hello? Okay. So this is the end of the slide. So any one of this group, any participant of the group is here, he or she can present now. Application of engineering and technology in the environment. The group presentation is going on. If anybody is here, if any participant of this session is here, they can present.
Ma'am, I'm Aisha. I want to present.
Who?
Mehak Srivastava.
Hmm?
Mehak Srivastava.
Mehak Srivastava. Where is your presentation file?
I have submitted it right in the morning.
Okay, you are from which branch?
I'm EC.
EC. Actually, you have not mentioned the name.
Ma'am, I have mentioned my roll number. 91.
Okay, Mehak Srivastava. This is EC group. These are
Yes,
the
ma'am.
files. Okay, so here you can see you have submitted in the morning. When you have submitted?
I'm in the morning. Around 11 something.
So 11 o'clock you can see. Which one is your
Ma'am,
file?
09. It would be started from 091.
Okay, 091.
Yes, ma'am. For my roll number.
So at 11 o'clock, there is no file, I think. Roll number? What is the roll number?
091. मैम थोड़ा ऊपर कीजिए होगा.
ये roll of engineering solution. This one, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. I think it has been saved. It should be there. Okay, now your presentation start now. You can present.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Today I'm going to present my views on the topic role of engineering solutions for sustainable development. The main focus of scientists is to develop knowledge and understanding of physical units. Science is the pursuit of knowledge in its purest sense without any uncertainty in society, whereas engineering is the combination of both. 20th century have witnessed a government achievement in engineering technology in the field of design, IT construction, manufacturing, robots,
Can you raise your
advanced.
voice? Mehak, can you raise your voice? Your voice is not audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In the field of design, IT construction, manufacturing robots, advanced material, or even the engineering management techniques for problem solving. Some of newly and enhanced technologies include nuclear technologies, laser and fiber optics, petroleum and gas technologies, health technologies, electronics, aeronautics, automobiles, electrifications, etc. Sustainability is a characteristic of a process that can be maintained at a certain level indefinitely. From an environment stance, the term refers to the potential longevity of vital human ecological support systems, such as plant climate system, system of agriculture, industry, forestry, and fisheries. Sustainable development is an organizing principle for meeting human development goals while also sustaining the ability of natural resources to provide the natural resources and ecosystem services on which the depends. Engineers should carry out their role in a broad context that encompass social, ethical, environmental, and economic challenges. Some of the principles that will guide development are they should recognize that though their activity may be local and immediate, the potential impacts of their work may be global and long lasting, having an understanding of other relevant social and cultural structures outside their normal community of practice, understand the important role in the sustainable development of communities, and recognize the impacts of an engineering project on communities, global or local, and incorporate the views and concerns of the society. Engineers have played and continue to play a key role in the future of sustainable development, whether it is building new products or working on technologies that will innovate the future. They are instrumental in designing, architecting, products, goods, and services are delivered and consumed. Today, it is crucial for organizations to invest in co-innovation and collaboration and work towards a world with reduced carbon footprints. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, where are the other participants? If Sanjula is here, you can message in the group. Oh, Sanjula is done, I think. Huh? Whose presentation is left now? Okay, Sanjula has done. Then Sarthak. Okay, this is the same file, I think. Huh? This is repetitive. Saloni Mishra has done. Huh? Sanjula is absent. If Sanjula is present here, she can present. Just message in the group. If anyone of this group want to present, they can present it now. Okay. Vijay Kishore. Sanjula and Vijay Kishore, these two students are absent. The presentation file is here, but they are not here. Okay. Okay, any participant of this group who is left now? have already messaged in the groups.